Okay. Go. Take 5. What is this, like day 3 or something? Cool. I'm excited. I'm going to try not to make any noise and just talk with my voice. I'm glad you're joining me today. I hope you're having a good day. Yeah. Okay, so I'm looking at my levels again, sorry. Just checking to make sure everything's clean and crisp and I'll be able to take out the noise and things will be okay. Things are going kind of weird and wacky on the other channel, but I don't use that channel, so I think everything will be fine. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I pray it's good and that God's working in your life in some way. If it's not, I pray that your heart is open and that you're listening to the Word and seeking wisdom in some way, and that gets to you. So today I want to talk about, today was our high school graduation, and kind of, wow, hard to believe. I remember going last year and regretting not going my freshman year, because it's kind of a cool thing, and I think people have a negative opinion of it, but I really quite enjoy going because it's something that these people have worked hard towards, and next year it's mine. So that's kind of crazy to think about. So when I see all these kids, these are kids that have both been in my classes and they're in the position that I will be in next year. You know, and so when I remember when they were freshmen, or I remember when I was a freshman and they were sophomores, and then I remember when I was a sophomore, and then they were juniors, and now I remember when I'm a junior, and they're now seniors. So next year I'll be in their same position of, hey, these kids are, they're moving up into my position, kind of. So it was neat to see, all the accolades, the achievements they'd made, the achievements that we'd earned together with this group of kids. I mean, there were a lot of people that I'm like, man, we won championships with, and I was on teams with, and we shared class with. And they helped me through class, and I was really grateful for them because they kind of accepted me and took me under their wing as I was an intruder from the grade below, but I was glad for their hospitality. So just an immense amount of gratitude, yet this melancholy and kind of sadness as it went. So what I wanted to talk about today, now that we're like 2 minutes in, is kind of knowing when to celebrate the good times and knowing when to, and learning to celebrate through the bad times. And today for me was a time to take and celebrate for the good times. These kids had put in a good amount of work to get where they are now, and they are time for them to deserve or earn some recognition for what they've done. And that's cool to see. It's cool to see people earn a award for what they've done, but then keeping a broad or macro perspective of, knowing that this is a time of goodness, or growth or boom, if you want to call it that, and also being aware and educated enough to know that, hey, there's contractions. There's a time when things don't go well. And so that's why I kind of said knowing to celebrate the good and learning to celebrate through the bad times. Because it's kind of hard when you're on that final test and you're on the edge of a B. It's hard to celebrate that time, but I think taking time and training yourself to do that, you set yourself up for success in a way. Because if you can look at the situation and appraise it in a form that says, hey, I know this is hard now, but I'm growing as a person, then when you look back, you can be like, I didn't even poison my mindset. I had a good thing going. It was rough, but I was growing. When you work out, you rip your muscles so they grow bigger. When you build yourself up as a person and go through trials, you emerge a stronger person. And so learning to celebrate through those bad times, but definitely today for me was a day to celebrate the good. Relish in the fact that, hey, there are times when it's okay to rest. And God is saying, you have been good and faithful. And that's kind of the last thing I want to talk about, is knowing that, hey, as long as what you're doing and you're doing it for the Lord and you're living for the Lord and the Lord is number one in your life, you're not going to be led somewhere that's bad. He wants the best for you. And that's why you can celebrate in the bad times, because you know He's got your back. And even though it's rough and you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, you know there's a light at the end of the tunnel, no matter where the outcome brings you. So kind of to sum it all up, know when to celebrate and do celebrate, and learn to celebrate when things are rough, because you're being built. Thank you for listening.